So, do you know what the coolest part of Overwatch is? Well, the answer is obviously the lore. So let me give you 50 facts from the Overwatch lore you might not have known. But without further ado, let's begin, because this is a lot of facts. Pharah's birth name is actually Fariha English. Seemingly, Ash can't swim.
I'll get in the pool when I am good and ready.
The way Torb actually lost his arm was during Operation White Dome, where Reinhardt saved him. Samoa's volcano map is actually a former Overwatch ego point, and it was thankfully given to the government of Samoa after Overwatch shut down. Sigma is the creator of the flying car tech, and why we moved away from fossil fuels. Pharah was an accident baby. And this is not a joke. This actually isn't declassified. Reinhardt's mentor Baldric is the one they actually wanted for Overwatch. The giant floating ring of Samvasa was actually built to launch spaceships. The Crusader armor was actually made for deep sea exploration. Adabu Nagumi was the first Doomfist and the one who designed the Doomfist tech. There are 3 other known God AIs beyond Anubis, which are Schoenberg, Xibalba, and Makaria. The names of the original programmers of the God AIs has been lost. This might be intentional given what happened with Anubis. Anubis was built for ideological preservation, and it would oversee conservation efforts, but would also find locations that could be cultivated and farmed to meet humanity's demands without disturbing the remaining balance of nature. Anubis was named after the god of death, ironically since its goal was to bring life to the world with its ideological preservation. Torbjorn was actually very against how common Omnics became in every home before the crisis, because he argued any creature made by humanity would accumulate the worst attributes of humanity. Only the humanoid robots made by Omnica seems to have been affected by the awakening. Contrary to popular belief, Athena wasn't actually created by Winston. She was originally created by Liao, who made Athena with the goal to help people trust AIs again after the crisis. The paintings in Mario's place imply he was there during the Retribution mission. It is unknown how the Doomfist Gauntlet technology works, and any attempt to figure it out would destroy the gauntlet. Before the first attack on Russia, Anubis had run simulation that told to focus on healthy individuals between the age of 16 to 45, which would cause the nation to quickly fall apart, but the people of Russia were still able to fight back using whatever they had lying around. During the crisis, each tactic against Anubis only worked twice because of how fast the AI adapted. Right before Overwatch was formed, at least 13% of the world's population was either killed or wounded during the crisis. Both the American and the United Kingdom's government both wanted extra control over Overwatch to be able to take more credit for the program's creation. The first person approached to join the Overwatch strike team was actually Adabu Nagumi, aka the first Doomfist, who declined as he knew he had to stay to protect his home of Nigeria, but him having declined was hidden for many years to preserve the momentum of the program. Jack Morrison's full name is actually John Jack Francis Morrison. Both Reyes and Jack were part of the first wave of super soldiers made. The Super Soldier program was headed by Australian-born marine and evolutionary biologist Victoria Nakutan. The Super Soldier program actually began 3 years before the crisis and was under a veil of extreme secrecy because of the violation of multiple ethical codes regarding human genetics and biological manipulation. At least 60% of the volunteers for the Super Soldier program died. Jack and Reyes are the first and only announced successors of the Super Soldier program. Before the crisis, leading engineers across Europe founded the Ironclad Guild with a strictly altruistic mission, which was crafting inventions to improve the world, then making those inventions available to anyone without any restrictive patterns. We have 3 known Ironclad members: Torbjorn, Sven, and Brick. And as a quick bonus fact, Torbjorn actually wants Efi to be a new Ironclad member.
Now this is a city that understands engineering. And that child genius, whoo, a future Ironclad, no doubt.
The iconic Winton Plus was actually merged to Overwatch organization sold in canon, alongside other stuff like action figures of the agents. Overwatch in-universe actually had a cartoon which showed different agents day to day or on missions. Sojourn doesn't like instant coffee. Torbjorn is the one early member not actively recruited into Overwatch. He decided it was up to him to go to the training facility and show them error of their ways, like reconstructing the security system. This did delay Overwatch's first official introduction to the world by a week, but knowing they got a great member like Torbjorn, that delay sure was worth it. Cassidy wants to be buried with his gun. That's it. He just says that in his diary. Cassidy made them request that the information that Bab used to be part of Talon should be kept a secret. For now. Seemingly, Sombra hacked into Brick's diary and read it, which is how she knows about Brick's bad poems.
There's no easy way to say this.
I read your poetry folder.
What? You had no right!
Don't yell at me. We're both victims here.
The OR-14 unit was first seen during the attack on Eichenwald. Many veteran Crusaders died, and 70% of the ground troops with them died at the Battle of Eichenwald. Reinhardt denied most offers of promotion in Overwatch to make sure he stayed on the field to protect the people. It was determined that Overwatch's debut mission should not take place in any of the members' home country, as it could give the impression of bias. Some of the first Overwatch missions were in Dakan, Mongolia, Shenzhen, China, and Kyoto, Japan. Jack Morrison was the person to recommend to Adarwe that they should recruit Liao to Overwatch because of her great knowledge in robotics. Also, Reyes and Torbjorn were the only two to object to recruiting Liao. Emre Saigulo was the first post-crisis member to join Overwatch. Morrison is stated as finding leading Overwatch difficult but rewarding. But there was one line he often struggled with, which was doing what was right rather than doing what the world would perceive as right. Cassidy was the youngest known agent to be recruited, with him being given the choice by Reyes to either rot in jail or join Blackwatch. Few details are known about Cassidy's past, but historians believe he came from Texas and was orphaned during the crisis, since it would explain why he was free to join the Deadlock Gang and has no recorded mention of family. We know from declassified records that Cassidy did not finish formal schooling, as he hopped between different mecha farm jobs to survive. And when he finally found steady cash, he was with the Deadlock Gang, and there wasn't much time for formal exams. And that was 50 lore facts for Overwatch. Please let me know how you felt about this, since I think it's really fun to talk about the lore of this game. Since this past year, the lore has kind of been on the back burner, which is just really sad to see because of how much of this identities is actually the lore. But please, if you have any fun lore facts, tell me in the comments, because I really hope to make another one of these, because I think it's always good fun to just talk about the lore of this game. And I hope this video told you something about the Overwatch world that you didn't know about. But anyway, that's it for me for now. Have a good one, everyone. And remember, if you want to see this game's story again, never shut up about what happened with the story missions.